Shocking case is coming to light from Bengaluru, where a man allegedly stabbed his 23-year-old girlfriend to death after inviting her for dinner, when argument over marriage escalated into violence. The victim, identified as Anjali, was attacked around 9:30 p.m. on the 28th of June. According to police, Anjali and the accused Rajiv had been in a relationship for the past 3 to 4 years after meeting at their workplace. However, Anjali's family had opposed their marriage due to Rajiv's background. Police said Rajiv had repeatedly tried to convince Anjali and her family to agree to the marriage. In recent days, Anjali had reportedly begun avoiding him after yielding to pressure from her parents. On the evening of the incident, Rajiv allegedly asked Anjali to join him for dinner and again brought up the subject of marriage, leading to an argument between them. The woman reportedly walked away, but he followed her and allegedly stabbed her in the neck with a knife he had carried with him. Belly Thomas is with us on this story. Belly, what more details can you give with us? Can you share with us about this stabbing case that has come to light from Bengaluru?
Uday, this is a case of a spurned lover identified as Rajiv, who had stabbed his girlfriend of age 23, identified as Anjali by the police. All these two were residents of Mahalakshmi layout, and they were apparently in a relationship for over 3 to 4 years, is what police sources tell us. And recently, due to the criminal background of Rajiv, Anjali's family had taken objection to their relationship and their marriage in the future, and they were kind of on and off issues that had come between Anjali and Rajiv. And of late, what the police say is that Anjali stopped responding to the calls of Rajiv, and they were kind of trying to, she was trying to avoid him, is what is being, coming out. And of late, Rajiv also had met with Anjali's parents and tried to persuade them as to he would be certainly interested in marrying her, to which the parents also started objecting to that. So on Sunday evening, Rajiv had called or invited Anjali for a final dinner that they could have they could at least speak before they part their ways in life. So that was the hint that was given to Anjali, who was invited for this dinner, and they had met at a restaurant. And after the dinner, and again the matter of marriage, they spoke, and again heated arguments ensued between each other. And it was then Rajiv followed Anjali behind and stabbed her on the neck with the knife that he was carrying. So the police have kind of arrested Rajiv within minutes, and have also secured the weapon that he had used. The bystanders there kind of rushed the bleeding Anjali. Anjali was profusely bleeding after she was stabbed on the neck, and she was taken in a vehicle to a nearby hospital, where she succumbed to her injuries later. So the police have registered a case of a murder against Rajiv, who has already gotten different cases such as dacoity, attempt to murder, and other cases of robbery under his name. Back to you then.
All right, more breaking news, in fact, as well, that we are tracking this hour. A 41-year-old woman has been found murdered inside a house in Bengaluru's Bommanahalli police station limits. The incident occurred on Sunday night in Muniappa layout, where the victim was found dead with injuries on her head, suspected to have been caused by a blunt object. According to police, the woman, who was originally from West Bengal, had come to Bengaluru 2 months ago and was working at a garment factory before taking up cooking work. Police say they are investigating her recent contacts and are trying to identify all persons who were in touch with her before the incident. Further investigation into the case is now underway. Belly Thomas is still with us on this story. Belly, what can you share with us about the police investigation into this murder incident?
Uday, this particular murder of this 41-year-old woman has come to light from the Bommanahalli police station limits, wherein this woman was found lying motionless at her house in Muniappa layout. The police have found her head to be, bear some injury which was possibly caused by a blunt weapon, is what the police said. So now she has been identified as a woman who had come from West Bengal, and she had come around 2 months to Bengaluru, and she doesn't have any family or relatives in the town, and the police believe that she had been working earlier with a garment factory, and later on took up cooking for her income. So now the police are kind of analyzing CCTV cameras in the nearby areas for identifying contacts that could have probably been in touch with this woman, who could have possibly done this crime. So the police are also calling up her family members in West Bengal and to come to Bengaluru and to again sign up for postmortem when her body has been kind of taken to a government hospital and is stored there. So now the police have registered a case of murder and are investigating into it, Uday.
All right. Thank you, Belly Thomas, for joining us with those updates. In other news, we're tracking